throwing something together. What are we doing, babe?
So, essentially, the start of the show that we're recording tonight is going to be some stuffed mushrooms, but we're having them with some jacket potatoes with some other fillings as well. So this is more of a side dish, but nobody really needs to see jacket potatoes being cooked and the rest of it. So what we're going to be showing you tonight is some stuffed mushrooms. So, for our mushrooms, we've got a selection here. We've got some of the Portobello mushrooms.
Yeah, I thought I'd get a selection because I wanted to taste the difference. Do a Pepsi challenge on them.
And then some large, flat, white mushrooms. So we do all of these. We've got 2 packets of the Portobello, so we've basically got 4 of each. So, first of all, I'm going to just get them out of the packets. If there's any dirt on them, just brush that off. You don't need to wash them. In fact, it's better not to because they can get a bit soggy. And I'm just going to be cutting out the stem of the mushrooms and then popping them face down on the baking tin like that. Okay, so I've de-stemmed and cleaned up all the mushrooms and I'm placing them gill side down onto these baking trays. I'm just going to drizzle them with a little bit of olive oil on each one, like so. And then we're going to pop them in the oven for about 15 minutes on about 200 degrees Celsius. Halfway through I'll give them a turn over. So let's get these in and then we'll move on to the next bit. So I'm going to make like a garlicky oil that I'm going to brush these with when I'm ready to stuff them. So I've got my nice mighty old pestle and mortar here. I've got a pretty decent large clove of garlic there, and I'm just going to add to that some rosemary. So let's add a bit of salt as well, and I've got some pink Himalayan salt in there. And then what I'm going to do is crush this. Good. And then I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of olive oil, like so, and just continue to work that around a little bit more gently now. And now we're going to start on our stuffing mixture for the mushrooms. So I've got a little frying pan here, and I'll add again a bit more olive oil to that. Now I've got 2 large shallots that I've already chopped. So these are the banana or the Achelian shallots. There's 2 of them in there. So if you've got regular size shallots, like the little ones, you might want to use 4, or potentially even like a small onion. That would sort of do the same job as well. We just start cooking this down, like so. And then what I'll do next, I'm going to cook this for about 5 minutes before I add anything else. As you can see here, I've got my stems of my mushrooms, so we're going to finely chop these as well. And I've also got 2 cloves of garlic that's been chopped here. So this will be added in a few moments, and we'll catch up with you when that's ready to go in. Okay, so the shallots have cooked down nicely now, and I'm going to add in the rest of the ingredients I've got here. So first of all, my garlic, so 2 cloves of garlic there going in. And now I've got some fresh oregano from the garden, so that's going in. And then we're going to add in, these are our mushroom stems, which I've finely chopped.
Let's make quite a lot of mushroom, isn't it, those stems?
It has actually, just those stems.
Really fluffed up.
They have really fluffed up. Oh, thank you, Andrew. He's come along to...
That's a multitasking. Who said,
stir it up a bit.
Who said men can't multitask, eh?
Wow. You are an exception, babe.
Filming and cooking.
An exception to the rule. So let's pop in some
rosemary.
Some fresh rosemary. And at this stage, I think we're probably ready to turn over our mushrooms. So let's see how they're coming along. So as we can see, the Portobello still look fairly plump.
Yeah, they've really reduced down, haven't they?
They've flattened off quite a bit, haven't they?
Like pancakes.
I know. This is the thing. They're a lovely cup shape at the beginning, but once you cook them, they can flatten off a bit.
Well,
So
I'm glad we bought the 2 different types because I wanted to see what happened. Yeah, they're much floppier, aren't they? Like,
yeah, I mean these ones are obviously a bit more expensive as well.
Yeah,
so
they
they're
are.
probably better quality mushrooms. These ones, we might not be stuffing them so much, more balancing the mixture on top. But hey, so I'm going to pop them in for another few minutes while this finishes up. This is almost done now. We've taken the mushrooms out of the oven, and I'm just going to add in, I guess, about a tablespoon or so of nutritional yeast. Just a little sprinkling like that. And we just stir that through just to cook this off for the last minute. Now with these mushrooms, as you can see, there's some juice that's collected in the tin. Oh, how lovely. Let's save that into a little dish like this. And then I've got some red miso paste, or you can use some white miso paste, whatever miso paste you've got and what you want. And about a tablespoon.
in with the mushroom juice.
In with the mushroom
I
juice.
just noticed as well, it's the Portobello mushrooms which produced that juice.
Yeah, the other ones haven't, have
no.
they? It's very interesting.
They are looking a bit sorry for themselves, to be honest with you.
The
But we're gonna have
difference
to.
in the 2 different types of mushrooms. So I'm just blending the miso paste with the mushroom liquor. And as you can see, it's made a nice kind of little saucy mixture there.
I want to taste that.
You're going to eat it, Andrew. So anyway, I'm now going to add our fried ingredients into a bowl. Just make sure we don't leave any behind. There's not a lot here actually. Okay, so now we're going to add in some panko breadcrumbs. So probably about 2 tablespoons of panko breadcrumbs, like so. We can always add some more if we need to. And then also some pine nuts. So about the same amount of pine nuts as you've got panko breadcrumbs. And then we're also going to add in our miso-y mushroom liquid saucy stuff. Okay, so I'm going to stir this through. And then the next thing we need to add is we've got a lemon here. So the zest of 1 lemon. I'm sure that will be plenty. So you can see we've got some nice lemon zest there. And then we're going to add some lemon juice as well. So you want about a, oh, stop the pip going in. About a tablespoon of lemon juice there. And then just a little bit more olive oil. Okay, so hopefully by now what we've got is a sort of crunchy but not too dry bit of liquid in it, sort of mixture. This is about perfect. So what I'm going to do now is just spoon the mixture onto the top of each mushroom. Okay, so as you can see, we've got the mixture on top of all the mushrooms. So let's pop them back into the oven and see what they look like in about 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, so scrap the last minute or 2 of what you've just seen. Just realised I've made a massive error and forgot about my garlicky dressing, which was supposed to go underneath the filling. What a cock up. So instead what I'm going to do,
let's put it on top.
is just spoon this on top.
Yeah.
The oil and the flavours will mellow through. I'm sure it will be absolutely fine and delicious.
I'm sure it might be what they call
It might end up being a really happy mistake.
a happy mistake.
But yeah, that was a bit daft, wasn't it? To completely forget about that whole segment there.
Okay.
But anyway, not a big deal, not the end of the world. It's all on now. And now they're going in the oven for 15 to 20 minutes.
Okay. Hello, it's me, Andrew.
Hi, Andrew.
A cameraman and also chief quality control. What do they call it?
Food tester?
No, there's a word for somebody to make sure the quality of the food.
I think that's it, quality control.
No, it begins with something else. I'd have to check Gordon Ramsay. So here we are. We've got it all rocking and rolling.
Woohoo! With a jacket potato and a bit of salad.
So we see we've got the butter there melting through the jacket potato. A little bit of beans on top.
Oh, you love a bit of beans, don't you?
A bit of beans on top. And then, is this open already?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Right, so we're going for the flat mushroom.
And how is the flat mushroom?
You really taste a lot of lemon. That's the first thing that comes through.
Yeah.
And let's have another go because, like...
Can you taste much of the mushroom?
Hold on a minute, hold on a minute. Do you know what? That's really good actually, because you know we're on about layering flavours and stuff like that. So the first thing that comes through, really sharp and really clean, is the lemon. As soon as you put that in the mouth, straight away the lemon. Then I noticed the crunchiness from the pine nuts and everything, which give it a bit of an earthy. And then the aftertaste on the way out, then that's when I could taste all the garlic and everything.
Okay.
So, and also, it's whilst that's all happening, there's a mushroomy taste surrounding the whole thing.
Well, there should be, hopefully.
Well, yeah, it is very mushroomy. Right, let's try the Portobello.
Okay, oh, it looks a lot meatier as you cut into it, doesn't it? How's that?
I'd say with the Portobello, the strength of the mushroom, the taste of it, isn't quite as strong as the flat mushroom.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting. Well, so the first one tasted more mushroomy.
Hold on, hold on.
Obviously, it takes a few goes
I want to be sure
to get this accurate.
To be honest with you, there's not much difference in the mushroom taste. There may be a little bit, but the Portobello mushroom is definitely plumper and much more juicy. But yeah, it's really quite an interesting thing to eat. There's a lot of layers there. The mushrooms are awesome, and then once you got through the delicacy of all that, because they're the style of the show, then you've got some good old-fashioned potato with beans and cheese on top. So,
and what I'm going to have with mine, because I do like beans and cheese, but what I like a little bit more, and we maybe feature this in another video, is this is my chickpea tuna. So this is chickpeas mashed down with sweet corn, gherkins, some spring onions, and a bit of vegan mayo. So I'm going to be having that with my jacket, along with the mushrooms, of course. And here are what they look like in the tin. Nicely golden and ready to go. Very much looking forward to eating this in a few moments' time.
Again, definitely worth a double thumbs up.
Yay! Thank you so much for watching. We love all your feedback, so please do give us a comment if you like the look of this video, if you feel like making it yourself, and we will catch you next time. Good night.